You're tuning in to the Black Hollywood Live Network, featuring news, interviews, and commentary on all things Black Hollywood. Hollywood redefined. From Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Black Hollywood Live, This Week. Featuring news and commentary on This Week in Black Hollywood. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.
You're listening to Black Hollywood Live.
And now, the host for Black Hollywood Live This Week, Derrial Christon.
So mad.
Hello, welcome to Black Hollywood Live This Week, the Hollywood Halloween edition. I am no longer Derrial Christon. Today, my name is Prince Roger Nelson.
The host, formerly known as Derrial Christon.
And today, joining me is the lovely Courtney Stewart, aka, what is your name today, Courtney?
Bonjour, mes amis. Je m'appelle Chantal.
Je m'appelle Chantal is Courtney today. And also joining us is DJ Jesse J, aka
What's up?
the creepy clown.
Creepy clown. Super creepy.
We should all go crazy today because we're celebrating Halloween.
Trick or treat.
Trick or treat, everyone.
Trick or treat.
On today's show, we have a variety of different topics, including Dearly Beloved. Marvel reveals its details about the Black Panther. A school is called racist for their watermelon ritual. And I will be performing tomorrow, Prince, on Saturday Night Live with host Chris Rock. But before we get into all the details of our lovely subjects today, dearly beloved people, I want to talk to you about the buzz-o-meter question from last week, which was, do you think the word ethnic should be retired? I consulted with Vanity and Apollonia, and also the viewers out there, and 70% of you said no, while 30% of you said yes. What do you guys think about that?
I agree.
What? I believe they got it right this time.
I believe you just served in that picture. Which I thought you was Stevie Wonder, signed, sealed, delivered.
No.
So you guys are agreeing with the percentages this week.
Amen.
Sure am good because I didn't want to have to get crazy.
As crazy as you look, you didn't want to get no crazier than
No
that.
crazier.
Because we all go a little crazy.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. All right, but I want you guys to vote on today's buzz-o-meter question, which is, would you get your eye color changed? And we're going to talk about that a little bit more because a person in the industry who we all know has gotten her eye color changed.
She sure has.
She sure
did it, y'all.
has.
She did that.
So, Jesse, why don't we go to the trending topics of the week?
Trending topic number one, the Marvel has finally done it, y'all. The Black Panther movie is coming. They have selected Chadwick Boseman, will be the first African-American signed to superhero, and will be a standalone Marvel tentpole in 2017's Black Panther.
Yes.
I love it.
Now, not only that, but apparently he signed a deal that begins with, it's a 5-film deal. It begins with 2016's Captain America,
Make that
Civil
cash
War,
money.
and the rest will be unveiled in the Phase 3 lineup of Marvel. So go
Cash
ahead.
dollars. Chadwick.
Chadwick, you did that.
Yes, and he was worried too about sort of because he's played, he played James Brown and he played
24.
on 20. Was it 42?
Or 42, excuse me.
42.
Excuse me.
So he was
That was
worried
Prince
about
talking.
getting sort of pigeonholed in the whole like historical figure type thing. So it's awesome to see that superhero franchise.
And they did a big press release about that as well.
They
so
did.
It's huge.
It
They're
was
really pushing
huge.
this. So I'm excited.
I can't wait.
And he's a great actor, so I actually think he's going to play the
fantastic.
heck out of that role.
I can't wait.
I mean, this is a huge role for just Marvel, period.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what he's going to bring. Now, when Marvel was asked if they would hire an African American or female director to match the Black Panther and Captain Marvel, they said, we're looking for the best directors possible. But he did acknowledge that producer-director Reginald Hudlin is one filmmaker with Marvel ties. He was the Django Unchained producer, and he actually penned the Black Panther comics in 2000. He said, Reggie, I've known for many years and is a great guy, and I think I'm meeting with him shortly.
Awesome.
So that could be
we
really
might have some
interesting.
good stuff coming. I believe.
It's big. I'm
So,
excited.
big plans for Marvel. You guys can check out on their website. They have listed like the whole calendar of the next 5 years of what's going to be released. I'm excited. But moving on from that to this week's Buzz-Meter question topic. T.I.'s wife, Tiny.
Oh, Lord.
Well, so I don't know if you guys knew this, but apparently Tiny went to Africa. And she went to Africa. She went
not to see the motherland, y'all.
Africa. We're going to call it Africa because some people are saying that she might have did it here, but it's illegal here. But she went to Africa to get this surgery to get her eye color changed. She came out with it's called gray frost.
Yes. Icy gray eyes.
Icy gray eyes. And she got a lot of... All right,
we got some music to go with her
what that
frosty
means,
gray
but
It just
eyes.
sounds like icy gray eyes.
Yeah.
Rains in Africa.
Oh, there you go. Steven
That's
from
what
the
it
booth.
sounded
I like that.
While she was getting it done, y'all.
Yes.
While she was getting it done.
So she got a lot of hate on Twitter because people were saying, you know, she looks crazy like an animal, and people were saying that this isn't safe, that she shouldn't have done this. It's self-hate. She's always changing stuff on her. One of our own hosts over at the show The Beat that I host, my co-host Sean, tweeted, he said, to T.I., because T.I. was talking about Raven Simone and that she needs to learn about self-love. So my co-host tweeted, T.I., why are you talking about Raven when your wife's over here changing her eyes, her body, her face? And Tiny stepped in and was trying to check him. But I'm just looking at it like, girl, like, if you aren't bothered by it, like, why are you taking such offense to it?
Right.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this whole eye color permanent change? I guess it's not permanent.
I think it's scary as hell.
It's so scary.
Being a person that has had to have major eye surgery for something I had no control over, the idea that you would even try to do something that could be this dangerous to your eyesight is just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm not one of those people that's judging. If you're going to get plastic surgery,
Right.
you want some new boobs, you want
It's
whatever.
scary.
I think it's a little unfortunate, but hey, do what you got to do. But this, to me, is like taking it to another whole level. And eyes are so much a part of who you are. So to completely, like, that just completely changes, like,
Just as a person.
like your eyes like communicate so much, and it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think she looks great, but I thought she looked fine with brown eyes, so I don't know, but if it makes her happy, I guess. But girl, why? Like,
That's my biggest
you can lose your
problem.
eyesight.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't mess with the eyes because I've been known for my eyes. Jamie Foxx told me my eyes were like visionary beauties. So I really try and stay away from any eye work because of my lovelies. No, all
should.
jokes aside.
Hang on to your
but
lovelies,
this
baby.
is my thing. Like, what's the surgery where you can get, like, I wear contacts. The surgery where you can change up your eyes to you don't have to wear contacts anymore.
Oh,
LASIK,
that's LASIK.
surgery. I'm afraid to have that, and that's pretty damn safe.
Yeah.
All right. There's no way I would mess with nothing that's going to change my eye color, because I'm just thinking, like, what is the intensity that has to go through for
They
you to
have to
change
slice
literally your eye
corneas.
color?
They
I don't
slice
care
your corneas.
where you go to get it done, what the expertise of the doctor is. I am not doing that. I don't
Yeah.
care how much money I have. I'll buy the best contacts in
I
the
was gonna say,
world.
just buy
contacts.
And be done with it.
You can buy the best contacts in the world when you got money like that
No,
that can
but people
formulate
are
to
saying-
whatever your pupil is.
They're saying contacts are annoying when you have them in. You have to
Listen,
take-
with that
They
much
are.
money, you can get a specially
They are.
designed contact with the amount of money that they have.
But still, they might be annoying. But bitch, if your eye is
You ain't gonna be annoyed when you
blind.
blind. And the idea of going from a sighted person your whole life into being a person that is blind, I've been on that threshold. It is a scary thought. And the idea that you would purposely submit yourself to that, just...
So she said, I just wanted to do something different, and I have the right to do that. It's my body. Sure do, girl.
You do.
You have
Sure
every
do.
right in the world. We just saying maybe it wasn't the best idea. What I find interesting, though, looking at this picture, I hadn't paid that much attention to her, but I remember, I want to say maybe it was the first season of their reality show, and she was talking about her nose and about how, because she obviously over the years has gotten a lot of
She's got a lot of flack
for her
for
nose.
her looks in
but
general.
I remember her saying on the show, she could have had a nose job a long time ago. She chose not to because she had her dad's nose. And I guess he died a while ago, what have you, but that was sort of like the thing on her face. So she's like, everybody's hating on it, but I love it because it's from my dad. And then I look at the pictures, and I'm like, did you
She definitely got a
Got
nose
rid
job.
of
You
your
took a little bit of your
She
dad.
got a little nip tuck.
And that makes me sad because I'm like, I really thought that was super strong. Because
Yep.
granted, she got a lot of flack for that nose, and it was a generic, not normally accepted as a attractive sort of nose situation she
Right.
had going on. So the idea that she stood strong enough to be like, you know what, I could have got one a long time ago. I've had money since I was a teenager because I was successful, but I chose not to because it's my dad's, and like I was like, yeah, go girl. And then to think that now,
You know, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy, she is the same way. Her nose is
Yeah.
real jagged edge. And she hasn't changed it, and she says that's
hasn't.
the one thing. I'm not going to change my nose for somebody else. I still get
Yeah.
job. I still get paid.
Well, here's my thing. In like 5 years from
got
now,
Freddie
where
Prinze
say
Jr.
she gets tired of this eye color because she's changing
You
it
gonna
up, and
try
this is
a
the
new
mood
one?
she's in. What do you do then? Like, can you
Well,
reverse it? Is it
maybe they
is
have
it-
a new one and she can get them brown again. Or
I do
blue,
think
or...
I think you can take them. Oh,
It's an
just-
implant.
I don't
so
wanna
I'm
mess with
sure
it.
you can take them out possibly, and if it doesn't last forever, but I don't know. And in 5 years, I mean, technology-wise, I'm sure it'll even be more safer.
It'll be a
and
pill.
It'll be it'll
Right.
Be a pill. It'll,
It'll be
be
a
a
pill.
serum, just eye drops.
Right,
Blah, blah.
right. You could buy it at the local grocery store in a few years.
No, eye color is so signature. Like your eyes are just.
Well, and then my problem with it is
You.
this weekend, before this story even came out, this past weekend, a friend of mine was talking. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get my eye color changed, and I'm sitting here like, I've known you for a while. Like, that's weird. Like, I couldn't come here and see either of y'all.
If I had
like,
suddenly had
totally
green
different-
eyes, you were looking at me and talking to me, I'd be. It's a different.
That's a
There's
weird
a
thing.
block right
I'd
there.
have to
The eyes
move
are
to
the
like a
window to
different
the
city
soul,
and
man.
start over. I would just, if I had to move to like, you know, another country or a different city, I'd be like, okay, yeah, that's what I look like. And just don't show any old pictures of yourself.
Well,
It's crazy. I would never touch the eyes. There's a couple body parts I won't touch, and one of them is eyeballs.
What's the
Well,
other one?
We'll talk about that later. Ow!
well, I'm excited to see some body parts at the Soul Train Awards.
Hey, hey.
Hey.
The Soul Trains Awards are going to be airing on Centric on BET November 30th, 2014
We
at
need this
8
song right now playing.
p.m. And I'm super excited. Yeah, Stephen, can you get this
It's
song on
Ladies'
Night?
Night, baby.
Because
Cool in the Gang.
the Soul Train,
No. We want the
We
90s
want-
version.
Oh, the 90s version.
With
So-
Lil Kim.
apparently the Soul Train is going to be honoring Cool in the Game, and
See?
within that,
Well, that's honoring Cool in the Game, obviously.
there's going to be a remix where the girls from the original are going to, Ladies' Night are going to come out.
Yeah, but little Left Eye won't be there.
Okay,
man.
It
She's
is
not-
sad.
it is
I
very
thought
sad.
about that. I did think about
And isn't
that.
DeBrat in jail? Oh, no,
No,
she's out.
She's out, dude.
She's out.
She's
Sorry.
out. Gotta
I'm
pull
Can't
so
out
keep up.
excited for
everything.
Missy Elliott.
I don't care. The fact I just
Hey.
is the old one.
It's Ladies' Night, what? Must be on the mic.
Where's Angie?
Is she gonna be there? I hope so.
'Cause I didn't
I'm
see
sure
her
she'll be
listed.
there.
I didn't see her listed.
I didn't see her listed. They just said Missy, Lil Kim, and DeBrat. Mm-hmm. They
I'm
didn't
sure she'll
say
be there.
Angie. Why wouldn't they be saying Angie? That was
That's
Angie's
rude.
biggest moment.
Maybe Angie can't do it.
Butter peas, honey,
It should be
sugar
weird.
and spice.
Her biggest moment.
It's her. I mean, wasn't it?
Or
She killed it.
If I could go on,
No.
you know, I pack my bags,
yeah, but
baby,
no.
let's go. No.
Ladies' Night was
That's
bigger.
when
I mean,
she,
yeah.
Angie was hot on
I'm
the
excited
radio
just
all
to
the time.
see Little Kim and Missy Elliott on the same
I hope they
stage
really
together.
bring it.
Yeah,
like I don't want it
need-
to be whack. Because if it's whack, I'm gonna be very depressed. Because
I
I
know,
heard
me
this
too.
song on the radio a few days ago. Like they were doing like a '90s countdown, and I hadn't heard it in so long. And I was like, this song was so good.
Really
But have you
was.
seen the pictures of Missy? She's been doing some performances lately. She
Yes.
looks
She's
amazing.
great.
And
She's
everyone says
amazing.
that the who have gone to the performance said it was really good. Like
Missy's
she
gonna
delivered.
bring it because she's dropping an album soon too. She's gonna bring it. She's gonna
gotta
bring
do
it. She's not gonna be
gotta
whack.
do it. And the Brat's been gone for some time, and
I've seen DeBrat last year actually. She performed with Lil Kim on a show show she did, and she was pretty good.
it was good.
She had the energy.
Bring it, ladies. Y'all
Bring it.
on TV.
I'm excited.
And
So-
you
so-
know all these young ones been talking to smack.
And they have some things to prove because some of the other performers that night are Tamar Braxton, Bobby Brown, Tank, Seven Streeter, Chris Brown, Mace, Aloe Black, and Nico and Vince.
What Bobby Brown gonna do?
A collage of my
Cool
party.
Gang.
Can he even? Didn't he just walk out of a show like a
always
few
walking
months
out
ago
of the
because
show.
he was out of breath trying to do his spin?
He's always walking out the show. Maybe he's on the Missy
He's
Elliott
performing
diet.
by himself.
Honey, I'm about to be on the Missy Elliott diet too.
Nasty.
And that's all I got for y'all. We ain't got no trending topics. Make sure you guys check out AfterBuzz TV too. That's just your site. There you go.
All right,
And there
thank
you
you.
go.
Thank you, Jesse. Mademoiselle. Beyonce.
Oui, oui, mon ami. Okay.
What gossip and rumors do you have for us today?
We have some gossip, some rumors, and just some stories about people in life. So first up this week, we have a watermelon ritual. And apparently it was seemingly possibly racist. In fact, it was seemingly so possibly racist that South Carolina high school football coach Bud Walpole, I assume that's how you pronounce that. It could be Walpole, but I'm going to guess it's Walpole. Anyway, so he is a football coach, and he was fired for this watermelon smashing ritual that he had for his team. And apparently what they did was eat watermelons and then smash them before games.
That's it. That's what the ritual
That's all
is.
I could find as a description of what the actual ritual was. Now, whether it was the black players that had to smash the watermelon, or if only the black players got to eat the watermelon and then the white players got to smash the watermelons, I don't know. But from the information that has been given over the news reports, specifically over the Huffington Post, it didn't seem anything specifically targeting race.
African Americans.
Outside of just eating watermelon, which we say over and over, lots of people like watermelon. So anyway, more than 4,000 people signed a petition to get Walpole reinstated as head coach at the school. And so it's obviously struck a chord with everybody, and now people are angry and talking. And
So when they fired him, who was it? The school that decided? Like,
I'm just
I mean, I looked.
For the
It was the school. When I looked up more of this article, I couldn't find any more information.
Details, yeah.
And so that's why I was trying to figure out, like, did he make specifically the black students do something with the watermelon? But it didn't really say that.
No,
so
it didn't.
Can I ask you guys something?
Sure.
Just stories like this. It's interesting to me because there aren't that many details. But if we bar details like, if it was all the students, it didn't have anything to do with race. Isn't this just kind of sad that this just reinforces the stereotype? Because this doesn't even, like, it just makes watermelon be associated with that, as opposed to, guys, it's a fruit.
right? Like, I'm wondering, is like the team all black and he's like the white coach, and like that's what people's problem is?
yeah.
I don't know.
Do the kids have a problem with smashing water?
Yeah,
I
I was gonna take it back to the
4,000
kids.
people signed the petition to bring them back, so I would assume that there are definitely some players on that petition. I just think it's just one of those, like, yes, we need to be sensitive because it's obvious that people still. Personally, I see, like, the cartoon we just spoke about not so long ago with Obama and the watermelon toothpaste. The idea that nobody saw that as potentially, and I'm not saying that the cartoonist was trying to do a stereotype. I personally think they're smart enough to know that exactly what they were doing. But even if they weren't, the image of that and what that was doing, to me, says something racially possibly not okay. This is just some kids eating watermelon. So I don't know where we draw the line or how we draw the line, but apparently in South Carolina they drew the line.
I think it's
here.
racist towards watermelons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys worried that schools trying to appear more contemporary and progressive, doing these things like finding things to ban and to create like controversy over? Do you think that there's going to be a continued string of these events like this, where it doesn't it can only be taken racist if you just look at it from that, like, through an eyeglass?
Yeah.
I think there's
think that's
fine
a
lines with a lot of
slippery
it. Yeah, it's a slippery slope.
Because I think that, like, it's easy for us to be like, we would like it to just be watermelon.
Right.
And in general, it could just be watermelon. But knowing where we live and the people around us, it's never just
It's
been
never
watermelon.
just
What
one
was it,
thing.
the fried chicken and watermelon?
Yeah, so it's just weird. Like, I think it's a tough place to be in, especially nowadays, trying to figure it out and figure out where those lines are drawn.
And
But
I think, unfortunately, too, as we've reported a lot on the stories here, when we try and not be sensitive about something, someone goes and messes up something for it.
always do
Someone
that.
goes
You know
and
what I
does
mean?
something stupid, puts blackface on for Halloween, or they go and make some remark about watermelon or watermelon Oreos or whatever it may be. You know, I think that it's hard to get past these things because of the fact that it somehow always ends up being thrown back in our
But
face as African
especially,
Americans somehow.
especially with food, I just like all I can think of is when I went to like school and we had our Cinco de Mayo and we had people like put on ponchos and fake mustaches and like, I love tacos,
So
I love
true.
tacos. Like, isn't that just the same thing on a different spectrum? But that's okay. You know, like, are we gonna have to change El Pollo Loco to the Crazy Chicken because it's racist to have Mexican food be sold by a place that's named Spanish? Like,
I don't think it's the same for reasons of history.
Of slavery.
And that alone is what makes it different. And if
Yeah.
you choose to not make it if you want to look at it that way, of course you can. Should we also be more sensitive towards other cultures?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're
I'm
going
not
through
saying
it right
that.
now with American Indians.
Exactly. So I think obviously there's levels of sensitivity that we should do in every situation, but I do think the whole Black American thing is a very specific experience, and that's why it's difficult to say, oh, it's exactly like that, or exactly like that, or exactly like that, because it's not really.
This might be my ignorance talking because I'm actually not sure. I don't have the knowledge on this, but when did the stereotype of watermelon come from? Like, was that something from
You better
slavery?
make us go back to roots in African
Okay,
history.
If
no,
I
honestly,
were-
I don't know though. Like,
No,
I know with fried chicken.
I'm fine with
I
asking the
want to
question.
say I'm sure lots of evil, like happy people on YouTube will correct me,
girl, you're gonna be
but
the
I'm
angry
pretty
black girl.
sure
Right.
it was in the later 1800s. They used it as advertising to show. It was sort of under Jim Crow. Anytime they would put out those awful like advertisements to sort of indicate the laziness and non-workingness of Black people in the South. So as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure it came about sort of through advertising during the Jim Crow era.
Okay, I didn't know about that.
It was definitely during the Jim Crow era.
I mean, it has lots of water in it.
There you
hydrating.
go. It was hydrating.
hydrating.
I mean, and don't front. I eat watermelon all the time. I love watermelon.
I just
Watermelon's
bought
my
some.
best friend. But I do have moments in the summer, like me and my boyfriend walk down to Trader Joe's, pick up a watermelon, and we two Black people walking back to our house with a big old watermelon. I have moments. Where I'm like,
I was just gonna say, there's been times I've
maybe-
gone to the grocery store and I walk out with the watermelon. I'm like, let me hide this in the bag
You
because I don't
know,
want. I just felt like a stereotype
One
right
time
now.
I was eating a piece of chicken, driving my car, and I realized I'm eating a greasy piece of chicken, driving my car. Maybe I
Oh
should.
my God.
I mean,
But it's
I
unfortunate
know.
we have to
It's
think about
unfortunate
that.
Black
We
people
got to think
like
about
but
that.
It comes up.
I know.
But I can laugh at it now. Anyway,
Yeah.
moving
And
on.
eat your chicken, girl, because
Right.
I know you're
I still ate it. Don't get it wrong. I just tried to be a little more elegant about it.
All right,
I was real
angry
hungry.
white guy in the booth out.
Thank you, Stephen, for your input. It was very much
and
appreciated.
continue to educate your young youth, Stephen, about
Your young youth.
watermelon.
about watermelon.
Anything for
Watermelon.
you, Prince.
Next up, we have word on the street that Fox is developing a television show based on the wonderfully successful Will Smith film, Hitch. Will and Jada, of course, executive producers, still cashing checks, y'all.
Please no
and
Jaden. Please no Jaden. Please no Jaden.
I thought that too, actually.
No, he's focused on his
cruel.
rap career.
He's focused on his career, rap career. But there's no mention of whether or not Smith is actually interested in filling the role of Hitch. But it is in the works already, so we may be seeing that as early as next year, y'all.
Do y'all want Will Smith on TV like that?
No.
Yeah, neither.
I just want him in the movies. all
Well,
the time
my thing
still.
is, I was trying to figure out like what would be the full dynamic of the plot each episode.
probably just-
Is it like
It
him
was-
matchmaking?
From what I read, it was going to be an office.
a workplace comedy that explores dating and sexual politics.
I mean, it's kind of very vague and basic,
I
but
don't know how I
If
feel about
anything,
that.
he probably will have like some big enterprise and all the people are working there. It's like working for a dating service. Like
Yep.
everybody works at Hitch.com, i.e. Match.com, and like
Yep.
the drama that happens because of that. I'm sure.
and he'll like make appearances or something
yeah,
like that. Be
I don't
the
mind
vibe
him
of-
making appearances.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
But
mind
he
making
shouldn't be the
appearances.
lead.
I don't think he should be a lead
Who
either.
should be Hitch though? Let us know, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What you
tweet
think.
us. Let us
Tweet
know who you
What
think
do you
the
think
lead
should
of
be
Hitch should be.
We'll keep thinking about that. Thinking about stuff. Kanye, y'all, he ain't thinking about money because he don't care. So we talked last week about how J-Lo got a huge offer to go to Vegas, possibly. And apparently,
This picture.
word on the street that Kanye West also got a huge offer to go to Vegas,
huger
y'all.
offer.
A huger offer, the hugest of huge offers for Vegas. TMZ actually apparently was able to get the written offer out, and they...
Who the hell is TMZ fucking?
TMZ is the shit.
They always get their
Like,
exclusives.
these motherfuckers
These
be
are
in
Harvey is the man.
Investigative reporting in ways that I just was like, Lord, how the rest of our news ain't.
It's
on
like
top
they
of
know before it
They
even
know
happens.
Before everybody. They know before everybody. They make CNN and the rest of y'all look like a mess.
Obama
anyway,
didn't work with that.
for real. Okay, so according to the written offer that was obtained by TMZ, Yeezus would have performed 3 shows a week for 3 weeks at the Axis at Planet Hollywood. By the way, why is everybody going to Planet Hollywood? Like, whatever. Planet Hollywood may be trying to be able to come up.
They're trying to compete with Caesar's Palace, and but they're trying to be like
The young
younger,
version.
hip.
Got it. That makes sense because they're getting everybody. But so basically, for 3 shows a week for 3 weeks, he would have made a whopping $500,000 per show.
Can Kim and Kanye adopt
Per
me?
show, people. Per show. Y'all need to sit there and try to do the math in your head. I know it's tough, but 3 times 500,000. Work that out.
Wow.
I know you're smart. Anyway, so he basically would have made more per show than J-Lo, Brittany, Celine, all them mofos.
Shania.
But guess what, y'all? Kanye said, sorry, not sorry, no, not going.
Stupid.
He's not doing it.
And what was his reasoning behind it?
He
Because
hasn't given a reason. There's
I guarantee
word on
you-
the street
Yeah,
that
I
he
saw the
just
word on the
didn't think
street.
it was kind of whack and it's
Yeah.
not cool.
Well, they were going to
Right.
let him finish, but Penn and Teller have the best show in Vegas right now.
I think it's because
Also, there was a rumor that Kim didn't want him to do it either.
I don't
Kim
think
was
he cares
probably
what Kim
like,
thinks.
no.
Kim is like, boo, that is like $1.5 million a week. What?
babe, we can invest in my second video game.
Oh my God, what is wrong with you? That would be amazing.
I think he looked at it like Britney's in there, J-Lo's
I
in
agree.
there. I'm not going in there.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think this is stupid on your behalf, Kanye, because I feel like you came out and you said, I have problems trying to get people to market me. I have problems going on tour and I have to supply myself. I have to support myself. No one wants to back me up. They're backing you up. Planet Hollywood is a very successful company.
Right.
And that's not even that many shows for him to be doing. It could have been a real cute situation. The theater's dope as hell.
But-
he could have created an amazing show, a show where people have to come to Kanye West. But you know what? He's probably in his head like, no, I'm building my church in Paris, and that's where my show's gonna be.
But do you think it also, by taking it to Vegas, do you think it waters it down in the sense of like taking away his
I don't think so. It's Kanye West.
I
as
think
long
he's
as it's
strong
good.
enough. Yeah, I think he's strong enough that it wouldn't be like, oh, that's so cheesy.
Right. You know what I mean? Because that's why I was feeling like maybe it's like, oh, well, we go
Beyonce-
to
I
think
Vegas,
on
it's a
the
little cheesy.
surface,
Like once you
yes.
hit your plateau, then you go to Vegas. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Beyonce did Live at the Wynn,
True that.
and
I mean, you're right.
the
That's
bitch
true.
is selling 500 tours after
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's true.
I just think he's bigger than that. Like it wouldn't affect him in that, oh, he's going the cheesy route kind of way. Because nobody
Yeah.
would be like, oh my God, Kanye, you're so cheesy now. No, I can drive to Vegas and go to a Kanye show. Great.
Right.
That would be the best experience ever. I can get drunk and gamble and go see Kanye.
And it's stationary. So what you don't think about is like, you know, one thing when Britney went there, she said the best part about this is we can use big props. You
Yeah.
can do so much more.
could
you
do
don't
more,
have to
yeah.
travel.
Stationary
Yeah.
situation. So his biggest problem on the road was moving this equipment from place to place. Now you have someone who's like, and you know they probably would have paid for everything.
Yeah.
Like do it up big time. Oh well, he's
Oh, well.
in now.
He don't
won't
need
be
the
there.
money, I
Sorry,
guess.
guys.
He ain't mad.
He ain't mad because he ain't broke either.
He's not broke.
I could have used that. He could have donated to the Courtney Fund.
Right.
Oh well.
It's can Black Hollywood Live get a
Right, can we-
a Planet
You
Can we
could've
get a
come-
Planet
and
Hollywood spot?
We would come. We would cover your thing, your show, and then you could.
We'll have
donate.
Maria come.
You know what I'm saying? It would be great.
Derrial
Oh, well.
will do Prince
I'll
impressions.
do Prince impersonations all night.
He'll be the opening act.
You just tip me. I got a guitar and
Doing
everything.
twitches with his
I know
hips
all
and
the dance
whatnot.
moves and songs.
Yep, there you go.
Oh, maybe we should start this, and the three of us could dress up. We could be Destiny's Child.
Hashtag.
Listen, there's money
Make
in
it happen.
impersonations. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not twisted at all.
Don't get it twisted.
All right, but that's all we got for gossip.
All right. Well, thank you, Mademoiselle Courtney. Bonjour, whatever you.
like whatever. it is.
Beyonce, whatever you are
That's
today.
racist.
Whatever. All right.
'Cause I'm a black girl with blonde hair. I gotta be Beyonce. Is that what it is?
Right. For other, yeah, exactly. That's right. So we want to also remind you guys to go to iTunes, give us a rating and comment. We have a variety of different shows, such as Fashion 411, which Courtney hosts.
Check us out at 4 o'clock.
That's right. Check us out at 4 o'clock today. We have The Beat with DJ Jesse J. We have Portraits. We have Geek Nerd Tech. We have Phenomenal Woman. The list goes on and on. We have some great programming. You guys have been giving us a lot of good feedback on iTunes and on YouTube about how we can improve programming and what you really like. And we really, really, really appreciate that. So please continue to do that because it does help us to give you the best programming that we can give you. And we can come back and do impersonations on Halloween like this and I can be Prince. So, hey, keep the lights on.
Everyone's
C'est la
winning.
vie.
C'est la vie. Ow! All right, now we're going to our EUR Web Story Spotlight of the Week.
Web story spotlight of the week.
As we talk about Halloween, which is upon us today, and we all are dressed up here, let me ask you guys a question before I go into the story. What do you think is probably one of the #1 costumes that are out there?
Beyonce, Nicki Minaj.
What about you,
Like
Court?
that.
I don't know.
What are people being?
Naked people.
Naked people?
Lingerie is like the #1 costume. Like it's not a costume.
Cat
it's just
ears.
let's get some ears and dress
And a
up in
cat.
lingerie.
Duh.
Well, you guys are
Yes.
both Incorrect. The number one costume right now, or the costume that's in high demand, because I'm going to actually read a list of the top 5 Halloween costumes that New York Magazine has pegged as being the what people
This year's
what they're buying that are inappropriate, is the sexy Ebola containment suit, which is selling
So
super
stupid.
rapidly, which
Americans
is crazy.
are ridiculous.
You got to go to Black Hollywood Live and check out the pictures of these containment suits. But you can get it from an
What's
online
sexy
retailer.
about
I was like, is it sheer? Like,
Well, this is
what?
the male version. They have 2
Oh.
versions. They have a sexy one, and then they have like the male regular
what's the sexy
doctor
one?
one.
'Cause I'm
So
like,
no, I'm
it's
gonna read it.
$80
No,
though.
I'm gonna read it. Yeah. So you can purchase it at an online retailer called Brands on Sale. And this is what the outfit features for the sexy Ebola outfit. It has a short white dress. It has a face shield. It has a breathing mask, safety goggles, and blue latex gloves, and it's going for $59.99.
I wish I
You also
would.
get a pair. You have the option of getting a pair of bright yellow knee-high rubber boots, which can be purchased at an additional cost.
That's good luck. He'd be kind of cute though, for that situation. My question is, with the Ebola thing, like, so if I'm paying all this money, like, will it protect me from Ebola?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know. Not
Like,
I'm
is
gonna
that
vote no. I'm gonna say that the guys
$80?
might be a little bit protected,
the
but
women-
if you wear a
If
little
If you look
short
online and
dress,
look at the picture,
your stuff is
I feel like the Ebola
exposed,
could
and
creep
if
up
somebody
in
vomits
places.
on you, and
Yeah.
it could be
On your vagina.
You're not really that protected. Now,
You have
according
an
to
accident.
NewYorkMagazine.com, ranked the worst possible expected costumes this year. Number 1 is the Ray and Janedy Rice
Shame on
outfit.
all of y'all.
awful.
I saw some of the pictures.
awful,
I mean-
and I'm laughing on the inside, but it is awful.
It's awful. They even have pictures of like little kids
Yes.
with like little baby dolls that are
Yes.
beaten up,
Terrible.
and they're carrying the dolls on trick or treat.
Who are these people?
Like, that's just messed up. The kids are
Disgusting.
like 5 and 4. That's
Yes.
just messed up. All right, now this one tops that one. The number 2 is the Ray Rice and Janedy Rice blackface edition.
Yeah, that was right.
I don't even need to say nothing else about that. Ow! That's all I got to say about that. And then the number 3 is any costume involving blackface. Hell, I agree with that, because we've learned.
Can y'all stop
Wait,
doing
we've
blackface?
learned-
Hold on. Did you see the Beyonce one though?
Yeah.
Steven, can you pull that picture from the beat? On the beat today, we were talking about Beyonce, and so this couple on Instagram, white couple, dressed as Jay-Z and Beyonce from On the Run tour, and they did it with no black face.
I
and
saw that picture. They slammed
slayed
it. Yeah.
That's what we need, people.
Yeah.
You can be whoever
You don't have to
You
be a
don't
blackface.
have to put on blackface to be a black character.
We
Yeah.
need a disclaimer somewhere.
also-
remember, do not do blackface.
On the flip side, I was saying the same story, but there's a friend on my Instagram who said he's going to be Johnny Bravo tonight, you know, from the Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
And I'm curious. I'm hoping he's just going to, you know, try his best to
Right.
create it, but I don't want to see the flip side. I don't want to see whiteface, y'all. It's just, all of it is wrong, unless you're going to be a mime. Here
Well,
we go. This is the
we have
Jay-Z
the
and
picture up now. If you're
Beyonce.
watching, you can
and
see
it's
this.
clearly, you know, she's supposed to be Beyonce.
No,
and
it's
Jay-Z.
dope.
There's no confusion.
It's
They look
perfect.
amazing.
I mean, I get it. Like, I don't even need to guess who they are. As soon as I saw the picture, I didn't need it to be side by side. I knew who it was.
I want that costume.
Yeah,
That's
she
kinda
slayed
hot.
that.
She slayed
Get
it.
girl.
So number 4
had
is
those
the
thighs.
ISIS fighters.
What?
Number 4, ISIS fighters, yes. Number 5 is the sexy Ebola nurse, which we were talking about. And then number 6 is the pot leaf baby costume. So apparently they're
They dress babies
They're
up like-
babies dressed in pot leaves, like pot, like
I'm
marijuana.
not as mad at that one compared to
mean-
the
I just think that's a lame costume.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, a leaf?
like you're just a pothead that wants your kid dressed up as weed. Like
That is
I'm just
no
more-
creative brain at
the
all.
Ray Rice
parents.
thing, like dressing your child up as a man who beat a woman, like
Is
To me, that's the
horrific.
most offensive out of all of them.
I agree.
I mean,
That's horrific.
the ISIS.
Ebola
The
thing
ISIS
is just
fighters.
stupid.
Yeah.
Listen, the blackface I don't even need to comment on because we already
We're
know the
not
answer
even
to that.
doing
We don't
it.
even need
We're
to.
not
We need to
doing
comment
it.
about that. But the ISIS fighters is kind of messed up too. I mean, people are dying.
Yeah.
You know that they're beheading people. It's a situation.
I mean, and how are you they not walking around with heads.
Some
are
of
they?
them have the heads attached. Yeah, like as the
I
part
mean,
of their.
like, what's next? Ferguson cops costumes? Like, I'm just like,
Listen, don't be surprised if we do a recap of Halloween next
And
week
next
and
week, our
somebody
recap,
wore
it
that
will be
outfit.
something.
I am not going to be
Bad
surprised
money.
by that. And the sexy Ebola nurse, I'm on the fence. There's been a lot of Twitter comments about this. People were in an uproar about this because they're like, that's disrespectful. It's not in good taste. I mean, I agree.
that's the least offensive on my.
I-
out of
yeah,
all the ones
'cause-
that you named, It's like, okay.
I mean, I thought it was darn near Breaking Bad. Like, we're making meth suits. So I wouldn't have, I don't know. If I see that, I'm not offended.
Right.
I'm just like, here go another chick in a mini dress. Like, there you go.
Daryl, where on that list was Robin Williams? Because I know people have been doing that.
It wasn't on their top 6. So
Okay.
this is according to New
So
York
people
Magazine.
are what? That's the Halloween cut. I mean,
Dressing up
I'm
as-
not
I mean,
mad
but
at that.
but you know what? I'm not mad at Robin
think
Williams as long as
characters-
it's not Robin Williams
Like, with a
with a rope around his neck or something like that.
Yeah. But
I
if
mean,
it's
that
like
would be.
Patch Adams or
Yeah, I
something,
mean,
It's,
that's
it's a
fine.
mix. Some people are
Yeah.
doing
This
it
is
as like
dope,
as a tribute, doing a bunch of costumes that he's played.
I'm not upset about
And some
that.
people are doing zombie with the rope around.
Yeah, no, the
That's
worst one I
awful.
ever saw. Did I show you this? It was Whitney Houston in.
No way.
So the guy.
In
he
the
wears, so
bathtub?
his I think I showed you it.
Yeah, you
actually.
showed me that.
So last year, this guy dressed as Whitney Houston. He had his weave in and everything in the bathtub, and so as he's standing, the bathtub comes out this way, and it's like a fake body.
Yeah.
And there's like pills in it, liquor, and all this stuff. And I'm just looking at it like, why would you do that? What is the point of that? Like, that's not cool. It's not funny. You probably got your ass beat that night, and if
Yeah.
you didn't, you should have.
Yeah, I mean, that's disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, you know, several of these need to be scratched off the list, but I say Ray Rice and Janae Rice is definitely number one to me.
Especially with your kids.
The sexy Ebola, I find it offensive a little bit, but it's not like. I mean, I guess I could say that because I don't have the disease if someone
I mean,
has
you can
had
just
or
change
knows someone
Ebola
who.
to anything and just be like, it's a.
I'm a sexy nurse.
Yeah, like meth cook nurse.
Now, if they do Ebola and blackface,
Meth cook nurse.
from the if they do Ebola with blackface, that's a whole other different subject as well. Now, according to the
And we're
national,
so gonna see that.
We're gonna see it. I know. I'm gonna Google-
being an African.
I'm gonna Google on
Really?
Sunday and find all these bad things
And
that
they're
we're
gonna
saying.
be Ebola patients,
Yeah.
and they're gonna be in blackface, dressed up as
Or it's
little
gonna be
Africans,
celebrities on Us Weekly magazine wearing
smiling
these
like,
outfits.
"Oh my God, something's wrong with blackface."
like last year.
Julianne Hough, we're talking about you.
Yes, we are. We are. The National Retail Federation predicts that Americans will spend $2.8 billion on Halloween costumes this year, and out of that, $1.4 billion of them will be for adult costumes.
Totally
So-
agree. I went to the store yesterday. I was not into
I stay
Halloween
away from
at
them.
all, but I had to be on AfterBuzz TV, After Show Network for TV shows. We did Vampire Diaries. So
Yes.
all my co-hosts, they was like, "Oh, let's be vampires." So I went and got my $5 teeth, and then as I was in there, I was like, "Oh my God, it brings back memories." And I was like, "Let me be something scary." And then I'm looking at all the costumes. Now, mind you, this mask was only $15, which was $10 more than
That
I wanted to pay.
Right.
Exactly.
Some of the costumes in there, I just be looking at like, you could make these at home, and they're charging.
$60.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it
Yeah.
blows
Listen,
my mind. The money
go to
these
the
people
99-cent store and get creative.
Yes.
Yep.
Go to
You know what I
your
mean?
wardrobe and get
Go to your
creative.
wardrobe and get creative.
Yo, and shout out to the 99-cent stores in California.
Absolutely.
Because they're
They
They got
so
a lot
different
of
than the East
stuff.
Coast.
Yeah, you're right.
I walked up in there and bought a whole bunch of ish like.
Yeah. Yeah. For $20, you can
99-cent
have
stores, real life
a lot
out
of
here.
stuff.
They
Real
don't
life.
play.
All right, for more of that story, you can go to eurweb.com. You can also go to newyorkmagazine.com for the list that we provided for you
If
today.
you need to check and be
If you
like,
need
is
to
this
check.
a bad idea? Yes.
Is this racist? Let me
Check
check
that
that
list and figure out.
It's a bad idea.
And I say, I want you guys to Google, or not Google, but tweet us like
Your
by
costume.
Sunday. Let us know what your costume is, and let us know what's one of the worst costumes you saw this year on the street, and we'll post them on our website.
Yes.
Please take pictures of
Please
other
take
people's
pictures.
costumes,
Take pictures.
crazy
Yes.
costumes, and send them to us.
All right, moving on to the next story. The White House has been hit with cyber attackers again.
Lord have mercy.
Now I know that we've had this story kind of before where they hit into their their Twitter account
accounts or
and
something,
were
yeah.
sending false messages from Obama and to different people around in the government. Well, apparently this one, the White House has been identified activity of concern on unclassified EOP networks. So what they're saying is, what the White House officials said is that the network outages have been a defense mechanism. It says our computers and systems have not been damaged through some elements of the unclassified network that has been affected. They're seeking access. They're saying that the people were seeking access to sensitive government information.
Oh,
So,
of course they were.
You know, this makes me nervous still, because I feel like we hear this story a lot from the government being able to be hacked or cyber attacked, or, you know, there's so much confidential information. If it's that easy to hack into the systems, I'm also thinking like, when we're fighting in war or where there's really some undisclosed things that we don't want people out there to have, they can easily have access to it.
Yep.
You
Of
know?
course they can.
It's scary.
It is scary.
It's a new problem.
I don't know how we change that problem, because I mean, we're going to have to heighten security, which means more of a budget.
Yeah. But hackers will always be able, like, they spend their lives figuring out how to get around security. So, I mean, we're going to be vulnerable as long as information technology operates as it does.
Yeah.
And all you can do is prepare for the aftermath.
I just say, remember this when you are tweeting your new pictures and you're tweeting.
Yeah, when y'all naked.
Who's tweeting?
If they
nude
can
pictures?
break into the White House, they can get into your phone.
Or
Much easier.
Instagramming certain pictures to people, or taking photos, selfies of yourself and sending it out.
Snapchat.
Just remember that a lot of people can have access to your information. If you don't care, it's all good.
You
but
don't care.
if you don't
But
care,
just know that, you know, it might show up like 15 years later when
Right.
you're thinking you're doing right.
Or when you
and
wanna be a politician.
You're like, I didn't mean to show that nipple.
Yeah.
And yeah, everybody saw it.
yeah, the nipple. All right, the last story, which I am quite
yes.
excited about. You know what, Stephen from the booth, can I get a little Purple Rain or a little Prince or something so I can intro this story? Little something, little something. As he's pulling this up, I'm gonna talk about this because,
wish the
as you
lights
see
could
from
be-
my outfit today, I am representing my man Prince Roger Nelson, and I am happy to announce that tomorrow night he will be on Saturday Night Live. After 33 years, he will be performing, and this is me performing right now. Purple rain, purple rain. Hopefully he'll be performing that and some of his new songs off his new album. Purple rain.
Me and your dog over here looking at you like.
Minnie's like, what is really going on?
The
That's
show
not my
is
daddy.
scheduled to be tomorrow night, as I mentioned, and Chris Rock is hosting the show. And as we know, Chris Rock is a huge Prince fan. He actually has a video out right now that he's promoting the show, which unfortunately we were going to show, but you know, Prince and Saturday Night Live, they cut off everything. But you know what? I never want to be your weekend lover. All right, so you guys got to tune into that. He's going to slam it. And they said he's going to do several songs. So several songs. So I'm just excited to see it.
Is he going to do skits too, like some of the performers
I
do?
hope so.
I hope he does.
I hope so.
He'll probably, yeah.
I'm sure he will, because they said they're like celebrating, you know, this whole thing of it being 33 years since he's been on the show.
That's awesome. Shout out to whoever did Prince in the SNL skit about Beyonce having the baby.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious.
That was great. I don't
was
remember
great.
which one of the people it was, but that was so much fun.
It was so much fun. Just like today's show was so much
Yeah.
fun.
So much fun.
Well, we're gonna wrap it up for you guys. I want everyone to have a safe Halloween weekend. Safe.
Please be safe.
Please be safe.
Don't drink and drive,
Don't drink and
y'all.
drive.
Don't drink and drive.
That's right. Also, remember, you hit me right in the face.
Like
Thanks, Jess.
beating your chest.
Also,
trying to get in
remember
your
to
chest.
check out the Buzzmeter question for this week, which is, would you get your eye color changed? We want to know what you think. If you think that is smart or
land
stupid
it.
or
In
you know,
his
whatever.
chest.
We want to know those results, and we'll read them next week. Courtney.
Yeah, not gonna work.
Yeah, you're not going to work. You guys keep trying to get it down my shirt. I can just open my shirt for you. If you need
Let me
to
get it. Ready?
Go
Open.
ahead.
Bam.
Oh, bad
hold
shot.
on,
Go
we
ahead.
gotta
One more time.
pull it out.
Damn. Well, clearly we ain't
All
on
right.
no basketball.
All right. Oh, Courtney got it. She got it. She got it. All right, Courtney, where can your fans find you?
Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Stewart Starlet.
DJ Jesse J.
At DJ Jesse Jake.
And you can find me at Derrial Christon on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, or performing tonight, Prince at a exclusive Halloween party. I'll be with Apollonia.
From producers Maria Menounos, Derrial Christon, Tiana Hobson, Kevin Undergaro, and the entire BHL crew, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us at info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I'm your BHL announcer, Scipio. Instagram me at Planet Scipio. Thank you for tuning in.
Music.
Hollywood
redefined.
The views expressed here are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of BHL or its owners or principals.